said, wow, for so long I had been taught when you come to church, it's all about spirit. It's all about spirit, and it is. But the Lord told me to tell you, don't stop at spirit only. For it was the Spirit that drew you to the altar to say, yes, I want to be saved. But we've got to get an understanding, and it's somewhat, it's a heavy theme when you start dealing with the soul of man and the spirit of man. There's a very fine line. It's like they are different, but they are one. But the scripture shows us that there is need for salvation, not just of the spirit. How many know when you get saved, it's a salvation of your spirit? Salvation is a spiritual experience. It says, now I am ready to go back to the God who gave me my spirit. It's a spiritual experience. But so many Christians that are saved miss out on the saving of their soul. And we use that word very frivolously sometimes, and we say, he saved my soul. Did he really? There is some work going on there at the spiritual salvation process towards your soul. But the salvation of the soul is a daily journey in the things of God and his word. So we've got to tread very carefully. Over in 1 Thessalonians 5, the text says in verse 23, and the very God of peace sanctify you wholly. Somebody say holy. That means all of you, holy. Not H-O-W, but W-H-O, holy. The text says, and I pray God, your whole spirit, soul, and body be preserved blameless until the coming of the Lord. So God is not just concerned with our spirit being, but he is also concerned with our body. Go ahead to the gym, work out. Get your walk on, get your Tybo on, get your X whatever, all of that. Do whatever it is that you do to preserve your body. Because I'm convinced that the Spirit of God could go through 2 or 3 of these bodies. In other words, spirit to be legal on earth needs a body, because God gave man dominion on earth. And so spirits get in a body and then they can operate. But how many know you also are a soul? Well, what is the soul, Bishop? The soul is the mind, the will, and the emotions. Some will include in there the intellect. Somebody say intellect. The mind, the will, and the emotions. the soul. So how is it then that we're only worried about the spirit of man when we come to church? We've got to get involved in the saving of your soul.